quite anxious about this, by the way.
Guys, it's Andri. You look great. Look at you. You look like $1 million, girl.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking like $2. What happened?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Did you go to your soul pump today or your pumping class?
My self-help. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is.
Girl. I was like, I know this is some type of actual workout. I'm excited for you, but I can't do it.
Have you never been into gym workouts or anything like that? No?
Yes. Oh God, yes. Honey, I've tried so many workouts. You know what works the best for me? I don't know if you know, well, before my mom died, I had trimmed down quite a bit. I gained all that weight back plus since my mom passed. But I will tell you, she's gone. She's gone. We're having technical difficulties today.
Come back.
But yeah, I just found out that joining a gym and going out and doing it didn't work for me. But do you ever heard of Caroline Gervin?
No.
I think she is Irish or Scottish, maybe. But anyway, she's online and she does weightlifting. You do it along with her. So I just found her and I started just very easily and started lifting weights and doing that. 3 times a week I would do the upper body and then 2 times a week I'd do legs and then I'd take a day or 2 off. But every day I was walking. So I was doing some form of movement every day. And that's really what did it. But I just going to the gym, I won't do it. I'll go and I'll just kind of prop myself up on a machine and be like, hey, how are you? And talk and do social hour, but doing the classes. I did that thing Zumba. Have you ever done that? Do you have that?
I did it years and years ago when it was the thing to do, but yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, and I didn't know any, my girlfriend was actually my cousin, and she was like, girl, please go to Zumba with me. And she'd ask me every week. And I was like, no. And then, I don't know, she wore me down one day, and I was like, okay, I'll go. Oh my God, Andri, I don't know what's wrong. I thought I was going to pass the hell out.
Right.
But, I didn't know the steps. So I guess not knowing the steps made me feel even more like on the outside of but there were people my size there, which was nice. I don't really like going to a class
where the gym's got people of all different sizes and all different ages. But if it's not the thing for you, it's not the thing for you. And I get that. You either love it or you don't. I mean, I've always said working out's always been part of what I've always done. So it's nothing new for me. So it's like
I like working out. But I got so sad and depressed. And then, my brother died and then my dog died. So last year was hellish. It was bad. And I just got into that. I am going to eat and I'm not going to move because I don't want to. I'm sad. I'm depressed. And, you see me on my videos and I had to really work at doing that. But beyond that.
So your brother died last year? Did your brother die last year as well?
Yeah, my mom died.
I know your mom died.
A year. So my mom died April 8th, and my brother died October 6th, and in August, my dog, who I had
that happened to me a few years ago as well. I actually felt everybody around about me was dying because my mom had died, a few of my good friends had died, my Lulu, my dog had died, and it was like, and then COVID hit.
Yeah, so you had a double whammy.
I thought I was going to die, and then I got a fear of dying. I had this major fear of death, but...
Oh, my God. Of course, and you would. And now, I'm digging my way out. So I have started very slowly moving every day again. I am a faster. I've been an intermittent faster since 2017. So I do.
Yeah. I spoke to you about your lives when you were talking about, and right, okay, so.
And I love to fast. It's just what is good for my body. It doesn't necessarily stop me. It doesn't necessarily trim me down. But I won't go. The shortest that I will do with between eating is 12 to 14. But beyond that, like I do 18, I feel good. I feel good if I haven't had food in 18 hours. I'm starving the next day, but I feel great on an 18-hour.
Are you
So that is what I do.
Are you better missing out a meal in the morning, or do you stop eating earlier? What works best for you?
So if I have a black coffee in the morning, there for a while, I just went freaking crazy and I was shoving 3 meals into, but no, one meal has to go. So I will eat like a snacky type meal, and then I'll eat a real meal, and then I'm done. Right. So tonight we'll have hamburgers. I think I opened mine. I was just starving today for some reason. I went about 18 hours and I finally said, give me some nuts. So I ate a handful of nuts, and that was okay. So that's all I've had today. But now I will eat a big, I'll eat a hamburger tonight and we'll be done. But when I fast, what I was doing, Andri, and this is everybody thinks like fasting is just the magic pill, right? Like the magic pill is me going 20, 24 hours without eating. The magic is that you have a small window and you're eating less food because you're shrinking. But what I was doing, I was kicking that window out, girl, and shoveling 24 hours worth of food in, which doesn't work. So, it's up here more than it is in your stomach.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. It's not an easy thing to do. And food is enjoyable, which makes it even harder.
It is, and your husband is such a great cook. I saw him making.
And he eats everything and anything, and never works out, and never puts on weight.
And he looks great. I know. I saw him making. I watched a vlog of yours the other day, and he was making tahini, the dip, and I was like, "Oh, that looks so good!" And it looked so easy. He just whipped it up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So if my husband cooked, I would be 500 pounds. So that's not happening. So what's going on with you? I noticed that you've shifted and gone a little bit away from unboxings and all of that mess. You just you've gone through that.
Yeah, I'm at that stage, and I just feel there's so many people offering that more than I can offer now. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel as if, there's people with great collections that have got a lot to say, that know a lot more about it than I do. I mean, I feel as if I've done my bit. I'm not adding bags, so I've nothing new to add to that. I mean, I'm still subscribed to all the luxury YouTubers, and I watch if I'm interested, but I don't have that addiction of having to watch it all the time like I used to. I think for me as well, it was a bit of an escape. I enjoyed it at the time. I loved it. I still love bags. I love bags. Yeah. I loved even the video. I mean, I spoke in my vlog. I don't know if you watched it, just the last vlog, about you talking about the stitching on the Chinese bag.
Yeah,
I found that really interesting. That surprised me because I'm not interested in that bag. Although I've seen that bag new in real life at the time when they came out.
Right.
And it is see, when you see it in real life, those cherries pop. It is, because I remember looking at it, because I would see it online, and it was when we had the restaurant at the time, somebody walked in with it, and I was like, wow. I was wowed, because the pictures, and I think that's all. A lot of bags do that. The pictures do not do them justice until you actually see them in real life. And I think, a lot of the Louis Vuitton bags are like that. But I remember seeing the cherries, and I was like, oh my goodness me. But anyway, when you started talking about that, let me click on, because you were talking about your fake bag, and what a good fake bag that was. I think I commented on that video, actually, because I was like, oh, that's amazing that the stitching, like a small thing like that.
One detail,
And then when you spoke
about the sheen and the, it's a thing of the feel. Yeah.
And the shine on it. And I was like, because
so very subtle, but
yes.
yeah. And somebody
If you know,
commented
you
on
know.
that video that they thought, well, what if the fakes have caught on? And I said, I see them now and they're really, really bad. I think just that year they saw that everybody went crazy for that. And they said, you know what, we are really going to put, because now they fake everything. Back at that time, they did fake some bags. I'm not saying there wasn't, there's always been fakes, but to the extent that it is now, I feel like they fake everything. They even fake things that doesn't that will go down the runway that never goes into production. So the fake companies are really churning out every single bag, every styles that they don't even produce. So I think at the time they just said, I think a lot of people, and they were duping people. So that's what they were
Because
doing.
when
They
you
were
bought
running it
that,
as auctions.
when you bought that bag, you bought it as a real bag, did you not?
I thought
Yeah,
that I was, but part of me knew for that price, because I can't remember the retail on it. It had to be US probably 1100.
but that's
Maybe,
still a lot of money. That's still a lot of
yeah, a lot. I mean, now if you could get one pristine like that, brand new, of course we'd buy 10. But at that time, I couldn't justify. So I want to say that I know that the listing started out at 250. I can remember bidding, 200 and something and going up in increments. And I want to say I got it for 400 to 500. It was half of what I could have bought a new one from eLuxury. So, or at a boutique. So part of me knew, like, but the way it seemed to me was, why aren't more people, because I had never seen one in real life. So I was thinking, why aren't more people bidding, you know, really big on this?
yeah.
But then again, I also got at that same, within a 5-year period, I also got a very limited edition Neverfull piece for less than 1,000. And that one is real and is correct. But so it was that thing in my mind of, oh, maybe I'm getting one over. This person just has one. They don't know what the hell they have. Oh my God, this is great. So, part of me thought, yeah, it's too good to be true. But then the other side
You
kicked
were
in and said,
hoping, yeah.
yeah.
I
So
know. I
I
know.
never carried it. I loaned it to a friend for years. And she carried it like crazy, and that was fine with me, because I knew in my heart of hearts, like, this isn't the real thing. I don't really want much to do with it.
How
So,
did you get into luxury bags? When did you get into luxury bags?
in the 90s, late in the 90s, I went to Caesars in Vegas because my cousin lives in Vegas. So we visited her quite a bit. So she would take me into these boutiques, but I really started loving them in my late teens because I knew a girl whose mom or she had a Speedy, one or the other. And I just thought, okay, if I could get one of those, then everything in the world. But I did not buy at the level. I don't know if you did this too, but I did not buy at the level, of course, that I am today, because I didn't have YouTube to go on and see. I wasn't influenced at all. Maybe on, eLuxury, I could go on there and look at all the new bags. But I knew I couldn't afford them. So I was just kind of like, yeah, those are great. Nobody around here has those. And for me to get a luxury bag once every year, 3, 4 years, was a normal thing. The rest of the time I was buying Kate Spade, Coach, Michael Kors, and just being okay with that. I had never had a Gucci bag. I didn't even know what Gucci looked like. I mean, I just, to me, thought, if I could own a Louis Vuitton bag, that's it. That's all I want.
And then,
But then it ratchets up. It becomes an issue, and it became a problem for me, as it does so many other people. It's like getting into anything, though. Gambling, drinking, drugging, those things, they get out of hand because it fills a need inside of you that you're not fulfilling, you know what I mean? So there's something there egging that on. And to me, I was just like, oh, I'm a collector, but I could not afford to be the collector that I am. Do you see what I'm saying? So every 4 to 5 years, had I saved the money and just bought a bag, that would have been cool. But, when I got into this YouTube thing and I started seeing people like me, normal ladies my age, like me, have a huge wall of bags. How's this possible? What's going on? I want to do that. I need to. So I, I went into major like debt and said, oh, I'm gonna, you know,
And
I don't recommend
I
that.
think that's what's amazing about you, because you upfront about that. You say
Yeah,
that. When you
yeah,
don't get a lot of people that say that. And I
yeah,
think that's why a lot of people kind of love you for that. Your honesty, no, your
yeah,
openness. It's
yeah,
about. And I think when you came on, it was like, whoa, somebody's
yeah,
being honest about this. Actually, this is
yeah.
hard to get these bags. It's not, you can't just go and buy the next bag all the time, you
No,
know?
no. And I
So,
thought that I could. I really thought I had it in my head. I had a scheme. I had a plan. I thought, because I'm very good with working with leather and shining it and fixing it and painting, and I'm pretty, not very good, but I'm okay with that. And I thought, I will buy bags from Japan and I'll flip those bags. And for a while that worked. But what I was doing was, I love that bag. And then I was refused. I would fix it up and then I would say, oh God, I can't sell it because I love it. I need it. It's
yeah.
mine. So it just created a whole monster. And I would tell Bill, all the time, I'd say, well, I bought that when it would come in, that's where the whole thing, don't tell my husband, because when it would come in, I would say, oh, that's just one I'm going to fix up and sell. Don't worry about that. I'm going to make my money back plus. And then it just snowballed into But so many people in luxury, we don't know how they buy them. We don't know. And that's okay. That's their business,
That's right. That's right.
right, how they buy their bags and if they buy their bags. But for me, I'm a middle class American. My husband and I both work very hard. 2 and 3 jobs. We always have been like that. And so it just snowballed into something that got away from me. And to be honest about it, I wanted people to know the real part of it, because I didn't want people to go out there and think, oh, I can spend $50,000 on credit and have all the, but that's terrible. Now you're, you've created a debt for yourself that
Yeah.
will, carry on for years. So
Mhm.
I just wanted people to know that I'm not rich. I have never been what is considered rich in this country. And I feel like I should have done it with the savings. Like I bought this bag. Save your money, go and buy it. For me, that is what works and what should have been. And you would see 10 bags, not 40 behind me, right? If that had logically gone the way that
Mhm.
but it just snowballed. And so, yeah, had I kept my plan, it's the constant, it's twofold for YouTubers. It's and I know you felt this. It's the influencing, because you get to be friends with everyone. You watch them and they may be a millionaire. You don't know. You don't know how they're finding, but you can't, that's not you, right?
Yeah.
But you think, oh, they're doing it, and they influence you and you see it and you love it and you're like, okay, let me get on here. And then two, what the biggest video that people will watch is what? Unboxings. So you get it into your head that I have to buy because that's what people want. And that's how I'm going to make money from doing this, which I've been doing this almost 4 years, Andri. And I have just now gotten to a point where I am making a little bit of money at it, but it's taking me 4 years and it's nothing. It won't buy a bag. what I make from doing this won't buy me a bag. So
no, really, it makes no. But I certainly don't make hardly enough to have a coffee. I do it because I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of semi-retired, so it gives me something to do. I've loved what I've learned to do. And when I came onto YouTube, I didn't even know how to subscribe to anybody. I remember my son. I mean, I found YouTube through Googling a Chanel bag, took me to YouTube, and then I'm finding all these people. And my son said to me, "You know, you can subscribe." I went, "I'm not paying them."
Right, exactly.
It doesn't come on. It doesn't. It doesn't cost you anything to get.
It's free. It's free.
If I hit that button, it's not going to cost me. Wow!
Yeah.
I was like, what? Yeah. Like, woohoo! Subscribe.
Exactly.
You know, and then I thought, oh, I want. And the thing is, when somebody's good at what they do, they make it look really easy. And I thought, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Talk about my bags.
I mean, you think in your head, like, I'm going to start a channel and I'm going to be Minx for All or Jerusha Couture or some, you know what I mean? You think that, like, I really thought, like, oh, yeah, I'll start this channel and I'll add some fun into it. And
yeah, but you had a bit of that background because you came from radio, so that's kind of the same thing, is it? You know, like you're used to speaking.
I get it.
Camera. Yeah, you're used to kind of speaking to people.
Yeah.
So,
it's weird was it weird for you to go in and set up a camera and then you felt like, who the hell am I talking to?
Well, actually, no, because I'm an only child, I always speak to myself anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had that conversation. I love that. That's awesome.
Because a friend of mine, I just say, Andrew, do you not feel weird? And I'm like, actually, I never ever had that. Oh my goodness, I'm talking to nobody because I'm kind of used to talk to myself all the time.
So you had to entertain yourself. So that was okay. You were like, you know, I can remember setting up my dolls and, you know, giving them a whole, you know, when I was a kid too. I had siblings, but they were quite a bit older and didn't want anything to do with me. So it kind of feels the same way. Yeah, I feel you on that. But it is weird for most people to go in and just start, because if you go back to anybody's channel and watch their first, I want to say 10, 15, 20, maybe beyond, it's 50 for me. My first 50 videos are very cringy. The lighting's off, the background's gross. I didn't discover fixing my hair and even putting on lipstick for the first 2 or 3 years. I mean, this is just within the last year or two. But it really comes across better. But my first look was just, it was horrendous. I will never.
I used to have my mom had dementia. I used to look after my mom. I used to have her in the background making noises because what was that? I mean, I was looking after my mom. I had to have her beside me, and she
of course,
around about me. And oh gosh, and I remember my first video. I was standing in the kitchen. It was my Neverfull. I was doing what's in my bag. Yeah. And my mom kind of sitting down, like, even though she had dementia, because you could see her looking at her in the back, at me in the background. What's she doing?
Love it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's great though. That's good.
But actually, do you know what I love about YouTube? I can now look back and see my mom in all the videos. You know, there's she's there. So that's what I love, and I think that's why I keep doing it as well, as for the memories. And because I've been through dementia with my mum, it's like my grandchildren, if I ever get it, because I always have this thing that I'm going to get it because both my mum and dad had it, they can look back and go, actually, Yaya was kind of cool. She wasn't as mad as she is now with her dementia.
That's awesome. Yota goes by Yaya. I love that. Yeah, because she's great.
I saw her pop up, by the way. I did.
Did she? Is she in here? Let's I bet people have some things to say, Andri. Let's get to
because I can't see it, so you need to read them out.
Okay, let's see. JP, hi. Eve's here. Sin is here. Brooke says hi. Colin. Kaylee says hi, Andri and Winnie. Sin says, Sin saw your avalanche. She was like, whoa. Joshy Michael Murder. Hello, Joshy. Hi, Andri and Winnie from Yota. Hey, girl. Hey, Yaya. There's another Yaya. Sin says swimming works for me. Even walking back and forth in the water is aerobic. Yeah, I'm not close to. I've got my neighbor with this beautiful pool. He never invites us over. I'm like, I'll watch your dogs. Let's let us
Do you
swim.
like swimming? Do you swim? I don't like swimming.
I don't anymore because, quite frankly, I don't like myself in a bathing suit, which is the stupidest reason to not get in. But I used to enjoy swimming, but now I'm like, I don't want to see it. But Chris is here. Hi, Dawn, Yota, Caleb. Hi. Oh my God, did I skip ahead? Yeah, everybody's in tonight. Devin's here saying hi to besties. Dawn.
Hi.
Dawn and I have had just such a fun day on texting at work. You know, sometimes we'll be at work and we'll just crack each other up.
See when you were on Jacob's channel when you were doing the live on the phone. That warmed my heart. See when you just stuck up for Dawn, it was just like that was lovely. It was
Dawn's
really
my
lovely.
girl. Dawn and Yota and Candy.
And then when you were saying you were going to edit for her, did you edit the video?
I did, yeah. I did. Yeah, and she bought me a fantastic perfume. I was like, girl, I didn't care about doing nothing for you. I'll do anything for you.
But how do you edit? I know Jacob was saying how you do it, but like she can give you editors something or other. He was saying, and
it's different when you edit. Like some people, I guess, edit on their phone, but I always use my PC. What do you use when you?
I use my Mac.
Yeah. See, it's easier for us because we're sort of on a computer. But if you're doing iPad or mobile, it's another
hard.
beast. It's hard. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it really is. Let's see here. Chris says hi. To Caleb. Caleb's in the house. Melissa Jane. Hi, guys. Jane Church is here. Chris and Nicole. Hi, y'all. Saya's here from Frozen Luxury saying aloha. Yes.
I used to watch Frozen Luxury years and years and years.
Men on Bags. Yeah.
That's right. That's what it was called.
Yeah, Men on Bags.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to watch, and then they just disappeared. They just stopped.
That was and Saya, everybody always asks him, like, why did you stop? But the guy that he did the videos with, he didn't want to do it anymore. So he sort of took the Men on Bags and took it down. And I would love to go back and watch videos because see, now he doesn't even have an archive because he doesn't have, I wish he had left the channel up there. Hey, hon, you coming in?
No, it's going to the lawnmower.
Yeah, I can hear him. We can hear him. Thank you.
Your supper will be done here in a little while.
Are you going to fix supper? Oh my God, I love you.
Oh, there you go. See?
I didn't want to do it anyway. So yeah. So I noticed that you do have some little workout shorts, and I love those. Have you ever thought of turning your channel into a workout video series? Is that something you would do? Those girls, I will tell you, people who do, huge. It's a huge market for that.
Yeah.
And you would be perfect.
They're literally, this is what I was saying again on my last vlog, they're literally videos that I had sitting in my phone and I just uploaded them and then they get views like my, I'm like, what?
I know.
They were just sitting in my phone and I've just kind of added them on, gained subscribers because I hardly ever get subscribers now because of the vlogs and things, put them up and then you end up getting subscribers and I'm like, oh my God, I do all that work and nothing happens. And then I upload a random video from my phone and there you go.
It's that's what I wanted to do, which not workout, but I wanted to do a fasting weight loss channel. But the problem is, Andri, you have to actually lose weight. And Yeah. So I told Yota that and Autumn that like 3 years ago. I said, I really want to turn this into like a comedy, but something fun, but a weight loss help.
But do you not think that, see, doing something like that, do you not think it would help you keep to
it would
a
hold me
diet?
accountable, but
Yeah.
getting there and starting, it makes me feel like I would fail, and then here I am putting out weight loss videos, and she's on the scale. A lot of those gals, they show their scale, and it's coming
Yeah,
down,
but
and they look.
see, but what you're doing is showing reality again. Like,
Yeah,
it's going back to when you started and you says, no, look, buying bags has got me into debt, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah. It's showing the
yeah,
realness, how
yeah,
hard it actually is, which is,
yeah,
because, I mean, I've done videos again on this when I started going through the menopause, I started gaining weight, which is something I never had a problem with.
yeah.
It was hard to lose that weight, and it wasn't until I got bloods done and blah 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 that it was a
Yeah.
health thing that really kicked me into changing my diet.
Yeah.
So that would
So
be good
yours
because
is diet. It's diet and exercise, or can you eat whatever you want, or
not anymore. I
no?
can't, not anymore. And even if I exercise doesn't help you lose weight. Exercise tones you. But
Yeah.
if you don't watch what you eat, you're not going to lose weight. It doesn't
Right.
matter how much
Right.
exercise.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And I used to be of the mind of the older you get, it's more, it's 20% workout, and no, you're right. To lose weight, you really have to get yourself into a deficit. You really have to
Yeah.
get into a caloric deficit. And so it's a whole equation, what it takes just to fuel you up sitting here. It's 2,500 calories or whatever it is.
I do believe everybody's body is different. So what might work for me might not
Yeah.
work for you. You might be good with carbs. I'm not good with carbs.
And
You
that's
might be
it.
good,
Yeah.
like Rico can eat carbs and blah, and it doesn't affect him. But when I eat those things, it affects me. It affects my joints. It affects
Yeah.
a lot of things. Right now, I'm eating a lot of carbs because I'm fasting for Lent.
Yeah.
So I'm vegan just now. It does not work for me.
Right.
I'm eating bloody vegetables and I'm putting on weight. What the hell's going on? I'm eating
You
vegetables.
are so right. It's so right, because it's so weird. I'll watch someone and then think, okay, I've thought this for years, but you're right about it. If I just do the same sample diet that you can't, like, it's not, she's different than me. Her resting, metabolic rate is different than mine. It may take me to go down to 1,300 calories a day. She may be able to eat 2,000 and lose. I'm not the same person. We're not the same size. We're not the same metabolism. Nothing. Every single person is a different microbiome. So yeah, it makes sense, but it's why we buy diet books. It's why we subscribe to plans. It's why we do Nutrisystems. We think that, oh, okay, yeah, they slim down so quick. We see Marie Osmond on TV, and she's this big. Oh, Nutrisystem, But you're right. You have to find the thing that works for you. Get with that thing and do it.
Something you can maintain
Yeah.
basically for the rest of your life.
Forever.
Yeah. There's no point doing these fatty things because you can't maintain all that. You can't starve yourself forever. You can't just be eating 1,000 calories forever. I've got a big appetite. I need to fill myself up.
Yeah.
Protein fills me up, and I know that works for me. But I also love carbs, so I'm not going to go without them. But try and balance it out. And that's what you need to find, what works for everybody.
Yeah, carbs are the devil for me, but that is my weakness. I could sit down and eat a cake. I mean, that's how carbs are my weakness. Protein is very bad for me because if I eat too much protein, that's what, for some reason, my kidney stone disease really acts up. So it is a fine, like, what would work for me is not necessarily going. And I always think, this is the heaviest I've been in years. I delivered my children at this current weight. I even think I'm bigger than when I delivered. So that's something I can't remember the last time. Even my doctor's like, holy shit, what's going on? So yeah, it's a thing. It is really a thing. But I feel like a year's gone by. I've done the mourning, and I'm still grieving the losses of everybody. But I don't need to do it with a god dang cake. But, donuts and cakes.
Grieving takes a long time. It takes a long time to get used to them. You don't get over it, but you kind of start getting used to them not being here.
Yeah. My dad died of he had a lot of things wrong, but he did die of a heart attack. But he had it was kind of a form of dementia, which was brought on by his bipolar. And he was not the same person the last few years of his life. He wasn't, there was a time that he was nice to us. He had been mean, then he kind of chilled out, and then he just didn't know who we were. He knew us, but he didn't care to know us, So I told my friend whose mom has Lewy body dementia. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's the thing that Robin Williams had really bad, but she's suffering with that, and it's because your mom had dementia in the end. And I don't know, for me, when my dad passed away, it was a little bit easier because he had not been the person, all along that he was. But you still grieve a horrible loss because, I was grieving while he was still here, and then, of course, when he was gone. So, it's that sort of thing. And I don't know if you ever felt like that with your mom, like you're grieving the whole time that she's not the same when you know what I mean, that you remember, and you're wishing that, that person was back. So it's hard to lose them, but also in the same respect, you've been losing them for a long time. So my friend is in that shape too. So we got heavy on this
I
podcast.
Know what happened to handbags.
Right? So let's see if we're like, we're just gonna keep it light and talk about some bags, shoot the crap. And we're like over here like getting deep. Let's see if anybody's got any questions. Serena Killian says, I'm loving this video. I'm wanting to start a channel myself and nervous to do it. Serena, the thing is, just point your phone at yourself and start. Because what stops people from doing things in their life is fear. Don't let fear stop you. Let's say you post a channel. What's the worst that can happen? It's therapeutic for you, and it helps your mental health, and people get to see things that you love. That's a win. That is a win. So,
and there's nothing worse than regretting not having tried something. You're better off going for it. It's one life. Do it. You've nothing to lose. And like I said, I get a lot back from doing it as well. The support and everything is amazing. It really,
you make incredible friends. It's just such a nice. The purse community is just such a loving, warm, receivable place. I think so. I feel like anyway. But I feel like you, and I tell my kids that all the time while they're young. Of course, they're having their own babies now. But I always say I regret the things I didn't do. I don't regret all the things that I did. Maybe they weren't the right thing to do. Yeah. But I really regret all the stuff I didn't do that I should have or wanted to. Yeah. So, yeah, go for it. I say go for it. Life's too short, man. Let's do it.
Absolutely. It is. Absolutely.
Oh, Jane says that her spouse, that I have an editor spouse. That's awesome. Like Caleb. Yes. Chris has a channel. Yes. But he took his videos down. What, Chris? Come on now. So let's see here. Yota, you're a natural comedian, Winnie, and you would relate to the real, I guess. So I feel like there's more people like us than there are the jet set buying 40, not that that's a bad thing, but I just feel like there's a lot of us out there, that's just how I feel about it. Oh, Candy, you are so sweet, Candy. Thank you so much for the super chat, you doll face. Oh, I love you. Thank you for that. Candy came in. Hello, Candy. Sweet love for LV. I'm not sure if you ever watch Candy. I love to watch her channel.
She was on with you last week, wasn't she?
Yeah. She's got a great channel, and we'll be doing a collab tomorrow. Me, her, and Lula LV. So that'll be fun. Everybody catch that. Let's see here. If anybody has any pressing questions for Andri, she says, Winnie, who is this? I'm like, this is Andri of Andri's World. Now, Andri has Andri's bags. My favorite bag of yours is that red Chanel boy bag.
The boy bag.
Oh my God. I love that bag. Ever since the first time I watched your channel, I am like, that bag is, because you don't see the red boy bag a whole lot. You know what I mean? I mean, at least I don't, but I always, if I was going to have a boy bag, that would be like, if you could steal one bag from somebody's collection, your bag would be the boy bag. I love it. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. All right, let's see here. Serena says, thanks for the kind words. And now I can subscribe to Andri. Yes, everybody subscribe to Andri.
Welcome.
She has
make
great
sure you
vlogs.
say hi when you come over to my channel.
She has great vlogs. Fi Babe says, I would recommend methamphetamine. Are what? Are we... I need a mod, don't I? I need a mod. Are we being punked? But no, I don't think I will be trying any methamphetamine. But whatever floats your boat. I'm not going to poo-poo your idea, honey. But okay, all right. You use that are you messing with me, Fi Babe? Meth? You use that to lose weight? Well, okay, babe. I don't like the after effects. I like to sleep. Oh my. Oli's here. Oli says, nice to meet Andri.
Hi.
Yes, JP says, let's see that red boy bag. Yes, everybody loves that. You can't outrun a bad diet. That's Jane. You are so right. Thank you for those words. That's right. Bonaventure, I've been watching Andri for years, but I am still not a YouTuber yet. I only uploaded 2 short videos. Hey, every little bit, it counts. All right. What's Caleb saying? Sounds like, yeah. Caleb, I get you. Girl, what the heck with these comments went left? They sure did in a quick old way. Well, Melissa says it's so fun to be here. I'm glad we finally did get this on because it's me. It's not everyone else. I did 4 or 5 like partner lives, just on without a hitch. But yours and Candy and then Devin. For some reason, I had this issue, but I think my daughter has solved it. She knows the trick. So hopefully, and Candy, thank you so much for the super chat. You're so sweet. Tracy says, hey.
What's the trick? Winnie, what was it? What did you do?
Okay, so what I did was I went on, I took my phone and I went on my daughter's hotspot, joined her hotspot, then immediately went back onto my Wi-Fi and signed back in. And that's, she does homeschooling. So she's on synchronous and asynchronous on the computer. And she says she has a lot of trouble getting on her classes at first. And she said, this is what I do on my computer. Go on my hotspot, then go off the hotspot and go back on the Wi-Fi. So I'll have to remember that. But now I have your WhatsApp, so we can talk and chat, girl. Yes. Now, how many kids do you have?
I've got 3 boys and 3 grandchildren.
Okay. Yes. Okay. We're the same. I have 3 kids. 2 girls and a boy, and I currently have 3 grandchildren, but one will be coming out in July, so I'm getting ready to have 4.
Wow.
Yeah,
Have
2
you
and
been?
under.
Have you been at any of the births?
No, I did not get to go to it was COVID because I have 2 2-year-olds.
Right.
Yeah, and then my daughter-in-law, I believe that she had her mother and my at that time. So and my son in there, and I didn't think, I offered like, do you want me to? I was like, I don't think you want me to see everything, okay? But my daughter on this second one, see, I couldn't go in there. It could only be one person, and she had her husband in there. It was very closed down. I mean, she just turned 2 last week. So 2 years ago, it was very, tighten down the hatches, nobody in or out with the mask, and then, one person in. So
Yeah.
they've loosened that now. And so hopefully, because I sort of scheduled my vacation around when she is supposed to deliver. So hopefully I can go in and watch this one. This one was supposed to be a girl, but they say it's a boy now. So
Oh
yeah.
wow. Wow.
So I'll have 2 girls, 2 boys. I hope that they're done, but what are you gonna do?
Well,
What are you gonna do?
I was with one of my daughter-in-laws when she gave birth, and what an experience. I mean, you think going through it yourself that you know what to expect, but watching somebody
Seeing
go
it
through
is just
wow,
you're like,
it's like,
whoa.
it's scary. It's
Yeah.
scary.
Did you
But when I was
cry?
going to go in, my daughter-in-law says to me, right, Andrew, make sure you don't look down there. But like, you can be it, but do not look down there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
okay. And then
Okay.
when Theo was being born, when my grandson was being born, my son was like, Mom, come and see quickly.
I know.
Like, I'm not allowed to look down.
My son, on the second one, he sent around pictures, but he didn't realize things were showing that she did. So she was immediately like the next time when she finally saw me, she was like, "Oh my God!" He also sent one of those to his boss at the time. I was like, "Son, I know you're excited about this new baby,
Oh
but
my goodness me, no.
her bits are out, and now everybody's seen that." So
My God. No.
yeah, the embarrassment. But I did cry on. For some reason, I cried with the girls when I saw them, but I didn't really cry with the boy. I don't know. It was I don't know why that is, but I love them all equally. But yeah, I knew my daughter had a rough time. My daughter-in-law just kind of went in there and grabbed the bar and yeah, just boop, popped them out. But my daughter, oh, she's sick. She was sick and had labored, and it was that thing of going to the ER and trying to get into the labor, and they're like, "No, you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet." So she did that for a couple days, and then finally, like the 4th time, she said, "I am having this baby," and they finally admitted her. So, but it is a joyous thing. It's so much better when it's your grandkids than your own, because
How
you
are
could
you?
just
How are you? Did you just pop them out?
no, no, man.
No.
Oh my God, no. I'll have to tell my birth stories one day. They were pretty easy the first 2, but I had labored all day with my first one, and they finally said, "You're not." What's funny, Andri, is that I am only small in one place that you can't see, apparently. So no baby was coming out of there. And I was like, wow, of all the places for me to be too tiny, it's my cervix. Like, what? My pelvic bones or whatever wouldn't. And I was like, well, why am I so damn fat then? If she's small, and they're like, that's on you, girl. You need to put that fork down. But yeah, that happened. That totally happened.
So what, did you end up with a cesarean section, or was it a natural birth?
Yeah.
Cesarean section?
Yeah. Cesarean, C-section with all of them. Yeah. So what about you? You just plop them right out?
No, I never. No, but they did come out from down there, but I didn't know it was hard. Like you, my third one was my hardest. You know, you'd
Yeah, mine
think
too.
after having two, you'd think the third would just pop out.
Just crawl out himself. No.
No, but I
Yeah.
pushed them all out eventually.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh my God. Yeah, that's good though. But my friend who did push hers out, she says she's always like, "You're so lucky. You're so lucky for those C-sections," because she said she coughs real hard, or if I make her laugh really hard, she's like, "I'm gonna pee on myself. I'm gonna pee. I can't hold it." So
That's
she's
because she didn't do her pelvic floor exercises.
There you go. You got to do that. You got to. So I said, I'm not there yet, but maybe. I hope not. Oh God. Oh, Meredith is here. Meredith says, I'm a huge fan of using the sunroof to give birth. 2 babies, 2 say. There we go. Right. She's got it. Yeah, I had to have them, but anymore they did. When we went in with my first one, I was young. I was 25. I was like, oh yeah, she was fit. I did gain a lot of weight, but I didn't have any gestational diabetes. I was actually really healthy. And when I went in there, they induced me because he was over a week late. And my husband said, Bill said to the doctor, like, you're not going to let her lay here all day in labor and then just take the baby out tonight, are you? And they said, oh, no, we won't. Yeah, that's what I got there at 6. He came out at 11:25 p.m. So it did happen that way. So that's funny. So is there any bag that you're thinking of? What if you, so you're not really are there any bags on your radar at all? Nothing.
Not on my radar. I mean, I see bags and I think, oh, I like that bag, but no.
Nothing.
You know, like what we were speaking about earlier on, when you watch videos and you get influenced. I watch them and I'm like,
you don't get that feeling.
I don't get that feeling.
That's awesome. I don't get it as bad. I used to do hauls. I was saying this the other day. I don't remember the last time that I actually had a haul video. But now, I will occasionally buy a bag. I'll save up for it and I'll buy it. But not to the extent that I was. And SLGs, that's gone. That feeling of, oh, I see it and I go, oh, I would love that. And then I remember, like, I'm not a huge SLG person anymore. I've basically sold almost all of my SLGs off. And I'll see a bag charm and I'll think, oh, not to say I won't ever buy another one, because I probably will, but I don't get the same feeling. It's like being really, really full and someone saying, but you could eat another piece of steak, right? No, it's that feeling. Like you're full and you have enough, but you could probably eat another bite of something, but should you? I don't know. That's how I equate it went from like, I will have everything to, I want that, but for me, selling a bag, and I've sold a couple this last few weeks. I've sold quite a few things. So maybe I did buy the cherries bag, so there was that. But I don't know.
But you're not wanting a Birkin. You're not chasing like a well-used Birkin. No, is that just no?
I was, but there's no way in this world. I would love to have a beat up Birkin or Kelly.
Right.
But I will tell you that I did buy a really beat up Hermes bag, but it's not a Birkin or Kelly. Hopefully I'll show that to everyone on Saturday. I unboxed it. I got it today. It's from eBay from a Japanese seller. And my daughter said, do not wear that bag when we're together. I mean, and she was dead serious. Is
it that bad?
It's bad, yeah. It is. It's the perfect amount of. It's used. I mean, it's used. But it was in the neighborhood of less than $200, not 2,000,
All right.
4,000, five
Okay.
thousand.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's that I want it, but I'm not willing to pay today. I mean, right now, I don't, with the financial climate the way it is, it's not something that I would do right now. And I just can't be sure that if I do buy it, it's going to be authentic. And I don't want to get in that shape. I don't want to be, oh, here, I bought this wonderful bag and then carry it for 2 years around like my beat up trash Birkin or Kelly, and people and somebody say, that's fake and here's why. And we go, oh my God, wait, I just spent $3,000 on a beat up bag that's not. So yeah, that's where I'm at on that. But yeah, there's nothing, I don't know. I look at Fashion File every day, and I'm thinking about maybe selling a bag that's not really selling for me back to Fashion File, so I'll have credit. So there may be, you got to use that, right? So, but
What about jewelry? Have you never got into Cartier or anything like that?
I bought 2 love rings. But jewelry is not. I have, been gifted some Ideal jewelry, which is what I have here, and I love that. I love. I think the quality and everything about it, because I'm not a big jewelry gal. QVC, this that looks like Hermes, that is not Hermes. It's Etsy. So I'm not a. No, I have a Rolex, which was my dad gifted me a long, long time ago. Never. No, I don't want to. I'm just not. So, are you into jewelry? Do you have any big, nice?
Well, I've got a few.
Yeah, but Rico buys you, right?
No, not anymore. We don't really do
You
gifts.
don't.
Rico and I stopped doing gifts a long time ago. It's pointless. Same bank account, same. There's no point in me saying to him, "Go and get me that," when I can go and get it myself. So
Exactly. Yeah.
we stopped that a long, long time ago.
That's
So
smart.
we don't gift. If you want
Yeah.
something, you go and get it, and that's it. So we've
Yeah.
been married over 40 years. Oh, that's kind of.
Yeah, that stuff wears off, and I found out, a long time ago, because Bill did, in the first probably 10 years, he had a ring made for me. He bought my engagement ring. I mean, he bought me ring guard, he bought me a really nice, big, nice anniversary ring to go with my wedding. So I never wear them, never have worn them.
You know?
And he just is like, whatever. And then I got turned on to QVC, the Diamonique stuff. And I never wanted any. I just never have. Like,
Yeah, so it's something you're not into. If you're
no,
not into, no. My mum loved jewelry. She loved jewelry, and I think I've got a bit of that as well. She had beautiful jewelry, but it's not my style. So
yeah,
I love to wear my Cartier, my tennis, and I wear that every day, and
yeah,
that's my jewelry every day.
beautiful, yeah.
I don't
So
I
you
don't
never take them off. You take them off, shower, and
never
put them right back. Never take them off.
never
I
never
don't
take
either.
them
I
off.
don't take my stack off either. I
I
just leave
can't
it
be
on.
bothered with all that. See how people have a little dish and they take all that.
It's too
No,
much time, man. It's too
no.
much time. Like, I take my makeup off at night. I like earrings that if I wear a pair of earrings I can't sleep in, I can't deal with that. I'm like,
That's
no,
right. I'm the same.
I've gotta, and then, in a couple days I might decide to take these out and put in some new
Yeah.
ones. But I'm the same way. Like, I'll leave this on. I'll leave on my jewelry. I don't play that game. There's not enough hours in the day for all that mess.
Yeah, I'm the same. I can't be bothered. When I go to the gym, I wear wristbands because I can't bear everything jingling.
Oh
So
yeah,
I wear my wristbands, so it holds everything in place. And
yeah.
that's me.
And I used to be a big fan of watches. Of course, this my mother took off and gave me, so I'll never part with it. But when I was working on site, I would wear my Apple Watch, and I loved that to time my breaks and my lunches, and I walked around the building, and that, kept up my steps and all that. So I love that. So that really took the place of all the watches. And, I have a few really nice watches, but I just never.
I'm the same. I'm the same. Since I got that, I don't wear any of my other watches.
Yeah. I mean, that killed the watch industry, right? The wearables. Yeah, it did. It definitely did. Well, let's go check our comments. And I know, what time is it now at your house?
It's 10:15.
Okay, yeah. Guys, she's got to get, listen, she's got to get into bed. Okay. Fi Baby says, yes, she does. Girl, listen, you do what you got to do, doll. I'm not poo-pooing nobody's plans and nobody's life choices. I learned that a long time ago. One thing you cannot do is put your choices onto somebody else. And no. And I learned that about my children too. No matter how bad I don't or I do want them to do something, they are always going to do what they do. I can't control them. I had a friend that would always say, well, you should tell them this. You should. And I finally said to her, I could tell you to do something and you would do it quicker than my children would when they were grown. They're grown. They got to make their own. So I can't, listen, I'm not going to poo-poo anybody's ideas and anybody's way of doing stuff. If that's what you want to do, honey, I want you to do that for yourself. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how I feel. Jane says tracking my calorie intake always helps me lose weight and stay mindful. That's awesome. Yeah, I do an app where I do track everything that goes in. But we never can really be sure.
I never count calories because I feel the minute I feel as if I'm restricting myself, I want to eat more. Like,
yeah.
If somebody says to me, you're not allowed to eat that, I want to eat that. I focus on that thing.
Yeah. It comes that way for me if I am really, really working out hard. If I'm exercising a whole lot, I sometimes will feel like, oh, well, of course I can eat cake. I worked out extra days. So it's hard for me to get the two of them together. But once I can. Daughter doesn't realize. Sorry if I froze. That's my daughter trying to call me. Sorry. She knows if I'm frozen. Oh, Andri, I bet it screwed me up. Oh!
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm over here looking crazy. I'm going to kill her. Well, guys, I guess we're going to have to end the live because that ended it for us. I'm so sorry. Well, as long as you guys can hear me, we can read out our comments. Got to go to a baseball game. Candy, bye, babe. My kiddo was born July 2020. I have all July children myself. I couldn't even have a visitor. My face looks crazy, guys. It's like, oh, double chin, anyone? Kaylee says hi to Meredith. The Mochi Pink Nano Speedy is kicking my radar needle. Me too. Mwenzi, hi.
Talking about the Speedy, I'm taking a fancy for it all of a sudden. I feel as if I'm seeing it everywhere just now, the Speedy.
Oh my God, what happened here? Sorry. Caleb's like, come back to the light. I don't know why it stopped, but.
Have you switched your camera off?
Yeah, no, it's when she tried to FaceTime. I didn't put on my do not disturb before, and yeah, it's actually, yeah. This happened one other time. I'm gonna kill her. Yeah, I'm blacked out. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, maybe
everybody's like, come back to the light. I'm like, I wish I could. Oh God. Kelly says, I love your product. Thank you.
You can join me when you're free on my channel. We'll have a live on my channel.
Definitely. Let me know. It's been such a pleasure having you. I love talking to you.
It really has, and I feel as if I've got to know you so much better.
Yes. Anytime you want to do a show, a podcast, a live, anything, Instagram or YouTube, I'm down because you are a wonderful person and I've had a really good time with you. I feel like I could just tell you anything.
You can.
I can. Oh,
you've got my number now, so anytime.
Okay, that sounds great. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow we got a video coming out. Andri, what's your next video coming out? Do you know?
Oh, who knows? I'm all over the place. Anybody that watches my channel knows I'm all over the place.
She's a free spirit, girl. So, yes. All right, thumb up this live, guys. Have a great night. Thank you, Andri.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.